Hello and welcome back everyone. Now in this video we're going to be taking you through how Mario and I do an attunement. Of course in the beginning now Mario's going to play the student for us today as I go through the steps of doing the attunement. There are 11 basic steps that we all go through while we're doing these attunements, and we're just going to run through them so that you have a visual example of how we do it. Now that doesn't mean to say you're going to do it exactly the same, because remember, all of this whole Shambhala Oneness thing is about you coming into your power, you learning to trust your intuition, and you learning to be empowered through your guides, through your higher self. Now, we always start with the 7 directions.
Yes.
The Shokurai, Seiki, in all 4 directions, above, below, and the heart. Oftentimes, before we start an attunement, either Mario or I will have smudged, so there's a really nice aroma in the building. That also helps, to
raise up the vibration.
Raise up your energies, to clear any negative vibrations that might have been in the area. So that's step 1. And then step 2, so if you wouldn't mind going and sitting, my dear. Oh, I beg your pardon, yes.
The circle of oneness.
Now just imagine there was another person here, and this is the person that we're going to the attunement on. We'd actually hold hands with that person. So you can imagine that there's somebody stood there right now. And basically what we're doing is we're holding hands, and we're holding hands with this person that we're doing the attunement on. And what we're doing is, from our higher heart chakra, the 8th chakra, and most people see it here. Some people do actually see it here just above your head, but for purposes of today, we prefer to use it here. It's between your throat chakra and your heart chakra. This is your higher heart chakra. Now, your higher heart chakra, you start to allow the love to flow. You build it up, build it up, build it up, and expand it. And as I'm talking about it, I can feel it circling through my hands right now. And what we do is we allow the energies to flow down into the left hand, into the right hand of the person that stood there. Then it would go up to their higher heart chakra. Now, of course, they've been building the energy up too. Then it would go down their arm into Mario's hand, and then to Mario's higher heart chakra, down here. And then, of course, it would be coming back to me. Now, here what we've done is we've created a circle, and we call it a circle of oneness. A circle of high vibrating love energy. That too will help to raise the vibrations and to help the student receive their messages from their guidance. Now, that was step 2. We have, as step 3, as always, while we're still in this circle of oneness, we love to invite the lords and ladies of Shambhala, any other guides that we're working with,
beings of light and unconditional love.
Yeah, Mother, Father, God, Creator, of course, and 2 other really, really important beings that Mario and I always like to invite is Sanat Kumara, Lady Gaia, our beautiful mother, Mother Earth. And of course then we also have the students. Now it's quite possible that they have family members that have passed. Some people even love to invite their pets into the attunement.
Yes.
Yeah. So you give them the opportunity to be able to invite their guides. And once we're done with that, you can really feel them coming in, and basically they're here absolutely to help you as you go through the whole attunement. And then we ask the student to make themselves comfortable on a chair. Now this is step 4. Make sure while that person is sat there that you can work and walk around totally comfortably all around your student. So if for instance you have to work at the end by placing your hands on their shoulders, or you may be doing some work on their crown chakra or the 3rd eye chakra, the throat chakra, you can do it quite comfortably from here. So make sure that you have enough room. Make sure that they're absolutely comfortable. Are you comfortable, my dear?
Yes.
Yes. Have them focus a little while on their breathing, so that they're breathing regular, steady, deep breaths all the way through the attunement, if that's at all possible. Now, what you've done now is basically you've prepared your student for the attunement. Step 5. We always start the actual attunement by describing the circle of oneness above the head of the student. And as you're circling here, you'll find that during the circulation, that at 7 different points, you'll feel a blast of energy. Why? Because what you're also doing is you're checking their chakras here. Now if you feel that one of the chakras is blocked, you can give a blast of loving energy, loving source energy into that one particular chakra. You could have a lot of fun with this because as you discuss it afterwards, they'll be able to tell you which one it was. And of course you'll confirm that. But here we are, step 5 is opening the circle of oneness. Of course it has the purpose of oneness creating in the energy field of the person that you're doing the attunement on. Then we move on to step 6. Now let's take for example that we're doing the first attunement and we would be using the infinity symbol. I would start off with placing my hands, and if Mario was behind then she would place her hands also at the back of the heart chakra. And what we're doing is we're visualizing that we're actually putting the infinity symbol in there. Now you leave your hands there until the energy starts to slow down and stop. Then it's up to you. If you have the feeling of your intuition is telling you, my hands are guiding me up here, trust that. Allow it to take place. And then go there and visualize the infinity symbol being placed there. And you allow the energy to flow until it stops. And if you feel, again, I need to go, for instance, to the feet chakras, the foot chakras, then you simply allow the infinity symbol to be placed in the foot chakras. So you see what's happening here? You're being guided, if you will, through your intuition. Trust your intuition in this. Just follow it and follow that guidance. When you're talking about it later, you will find out why and why you've been guided to those different places. And once you've done that, you basically finish with either the placing of the symbol or the symbols, because in some of the attunements there are more symbols there. They're of course in different places in the body, but you can read all of those instructions in the materials. Once we've done that, we basically just have a quick scan of the energy field, just feeling whether their energy field has been empowered, enlightened, strengthened, or maybe you'd find something that you might need to focus on for a little while. If you feel, for instance, at a certain point, oh, I need to stop there. And then if you feel a blast of energy going out of your hands, then you realize that at that moment is requiring a little bit of extra loving attention, maybe even a healing. So basically while you're going through the attunement, you can actually do the healing session as well, which is adding to their energy, adding to their trust, adding to their experience, adding to their enjoyment, helping them, if you will, by removing negative energies. That's something else that you can talk about a good deal once you've finished doing the session. But anyway, that was step 7. Follow your intuition and trust it. Step 8. By step 8, we've more or less finished the attunement. What Mario and I always do is we go behind the person. Now, if we're both there, of course, I'd be stood on the left-hand side, and then Mario would be stood on the other side, and we'd have one hand each on the shoulders. In this case, because Mario's our student at the moment, great actress, isn't she? And quite one too today. That makes a change. But what we're basically doing here is we're simply focusing, allowing any more energy, any healing energy, anything that that person is requiring. You'll feel that it's blasting out of your hands. Just allow it to take place. And if you feel at some point that you want to close your eyes, your guides might be wanting to share something with you that you can pass on to them, you'd probably stand in this position maybe about 2 to 3 minutes after the attunement and simply allow the images, the thoughts, the words to flow into you. That was step 8. Now, step 9, you then begin to go through the ritual of the Tree of Life. This is to help them ground themselves after the attunement, to bring their energies back to earth, if you will. And the Tree of Life, of course, the video, you've seen that, you've heard it, you know where to find it. That's point 8. And the point behind it is to bring their energies back here into this space, onto this chair.
Grounding. It's grounding.
It's grounding them. Yeah, it's grounding them. It's a very important part of the ritual. Then by point 9 was the Tree of Life. Point 10, as we finish, we start. We finish as we started. We finish by describing the circle of oneness above your student again. Now the beautiful thing about this, and you will notice the difference from when you started to when you've gone through the whole attunement, the circle now is very, very powerfully vibrating. So you describe this circle of oneness, and basically what you're doing is, with your intent, you're placing oneness within them. A very powerful experience for both the student and you as the master. Then of course you welcome them gently to that particular level that you've just been working on, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. You welcome to that level of Shambhala Oneness, you congratulate them, and then you ask them to just sit there and just relax and enjoy a little bit longer in silence, just enjoying what they've just been through. And just let them relax and let them play it through in their minds, if you will. What we generally do is we leave the room for about maybe 3-4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, whatever, and let them know that they can come to wherever you're sat when they feel ready to. And what we do then is we always give them pen and paper so that they can write down their experiences. And it's important that you do that as well, because it builds up as you go through all of the attunements. And it actually makes up a story of what's gone on throughout the whole attunement. Well, we've just given you an example of how Mario and I do an attunement. The 11 steps, a master number. It wasn't done on purpose, it just happened that way. And again, friends, family, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. And for goodness sake, if you were to forget one of the steps, nobody's going to be mad at you. Well, maybe you. Yeah, of course, I forgot that one, thank you. At the end of course, of the whole ritual, what we do is we thank all of the guides, the lords and ladies, everybody that was present, all the light beings, for all of the love, for their cooperation, their assistance, their guidance. It's always important, of course, to be in gratitude when you're finishing these things. Yes. Thank you, my dear, for reminding me.
You're welcome.
See, I even forgot one. And we've been doing these a couple of years now. Alright, thank you everyone. This was how to do, or how Ian and Mario do an attunement. Hope it helps you, get you started on your journey. Thank you for listening.
Namaste.
Namaste.